Welcome back. This is a video explaining the leading tone and harmonic minor scales. We've studied tetras, building scales, with 4 keys at a time, combining them to make tonic and dominant and a major scale. We talked about natural minor scales and how that relates to the major scale. We've talked about all different kinds of modal scales. And after learning the modal scales and the natural minor scale, we're ready to discuss the next kind of minor scale, which is the harmonic minor. If you have, let's go F major, and we start on scale degree 6, D, to find D natural minor. That's how we build it. We use the same white and black keys from F major. Start on scale degree number 6, the submediant, and that order of half steps and whole steps, major seconds and minor seconds, becomes a natural minor scale or Aeolian scale. But in the later 18th century in Europe, there was some increasing usage, and into the 19th century and to the present day, of a different kind of scale using some elements from other countries like Turkey, Middle Eastern countries. And there was a larger distance between some of the scale degrees. For major, the biggest interval is a major second, 2 half steps. Well, in this new scale, there is a distance of 3 half steps, still written as the interval of a second, but we'd call it an augmented second, because even though the letters might be B and C, because it's B flat and C sharp, and the number of half steps, that second has been stretched or augmented. And that is used in the D minor scale. So we have this. The first 5 notes, first 5 scale degrees of all 3 different types of minor scales, they're the same. So that's easy. Scale degree 6 and 7 is where the 3 different types of minor scales all have slightly different variations. Okay? The natural minor, we already know it has the same black and white keys from the major scale, the relative major. If we keep the scale degree 6, but then instead of regular scale degree 7, which would be a subtonic because it would be a whole step lower than D, we make it a leading tone. So it's scale degree 7, but only a half step lower than D. C sharp to D is only a half step. So the name for that C sharp to D distance is, the scale degree 7 is a leading tone. And because scale degree 6 and scale degree 7 are so far apart, we just call this one harmonic minor. Okay? I don't think it has any other fancy terms or names. Harmonic minor because this scale works well with harmonies. Okay? We get chords from scales, and so different scales have different kinds of chords. Here's what I mean. If we use the notes of the scale, D, tonic, mediant, dominant, that's our 1 chord. It's built on scale degree 1. It's a minor quality, so it's a lowercase letter. Scale degree 2 has these intervals. Both of these intervals are minor thirds, 3 half steps. So minor third and minor thirds combined make a diminished triad. Those notes, those intervals have been shrunk. Now number 3 is normally a major chord if we have the subtonic, which is a whole step lower than tonic. If you raise that C sharp, then it makes this, well, it should say, boom, F augmented. Okay? It's an augmented sound because the intervals are larger than they would be for a major triad, so it's been stretched, it's been augmented. The 4 chord is a minor quality. Now here, this is why it matters. Harmonic minor scale for harmonies. Because we have a leading tone, we're able to have a dominant chord, here's dominant, that is major sounding. if you have natural minor with that subtonic C natural, the dominant chord is a minor sound. Now listen to the difference. That sounds like it could come straight out of any Middle Ages Braveheart type piece, King Arthur type piece, because that scale was used for many hundreds of years during that time period. But if you have C sharp, the leading tone, and a major sounding dominant triad, then you get something like this. The resolution going from C sharp, resolving to D. Sorry. That resolution, we call it, is pleasing to our ears because it moves a small distance. So it seems to have tension and release. And releasing that just feels good, sounds good to us. Okay? That's why a lot of times at the end of a piece you'll have, whereas this, it just has a different feeling. It just does. I'm trying very hard not to make any national treasure jokes about resolutions. And so, stay strong, Ryan. You can do it. Okay, so if you have F major, the relative minor is scale degree 6, D. D natural minor. Let's make it D harmonic minor. What changes? Only scale degree 7 raises from C to C sharp. So this interval, an augmented second, makes it a harmonic minor scale. Notice that the C sharp does not appear in the official key signature. So D minor will still have one flat officially in the key signature. It might have C sharps, but all of those will have little accidentals. They'll have a sharp next to each note. The B flat is notated in the key signature, and it won't be notated in the rest of the piece unless it's been altered by a natural sign, and then back to, okay? But the C sharp, that extra leading tone, that little alteration will be designated, will be shown with an accidental, a sharp sitting right next to the note. And we always write accidentals, sharps, double sharps, flats, double flats, naturals. We write them to the left of the note so we can see the accidental before we see the note. It's kind of like in English how we put adjectives before nouns. Other languages do it the other way for whatever reason. Next, if you have two flats, the major scale is B flat, and the minor scale is G minor. Yes! I passed the quiz, and hopefully you did too. G natural minor. To make it G harmonic minor, we raise the 7th scale degree there. Which means if I did a dominant chord, I would have D, the dominant, and F sharp, the leading tone, and A, the supertonic. Okay, let's pretend we have more flats. 3 flats, oh no. E flat major, C minor. The Beethoven Opus 10 number 1. Man, it's been 10 years since I played it, and I totally forgot it. How sad is that? What else is in C minor? Oh, well, there's another Beethoven. Another sonata of his. What else is in C minor? Oh, why am I blanking? Why am I blanking? I think this one. Yeah, there's a Chopin prelude in C minor. Many, many, many good pieces in C minor. I just think of the piano ones first. So E flat major, C minor, This is C natural minor. Notice that it has a subtonic, a major second interval from the scale degree 7 to the tonic. If I alter it and make B natural, which is scale degree 7, but only a half step minor second lower than tonic, it's C harmonic minor. More flats. A flat major, F minor, F harmonic minor, D flat major, or B flat minor, B flat harmonic minor. Whenever I'm teaching harmonic minor, I always sing, and I say, it's from Aladdin. My little kids look at me, they're like, huh? And I think, Aladdin, hello. Well, the reason is, when I was a kid, the year was like 1992 or 1993, and I was given an Aladdin VHS. And it was my own movie. And nobody else owned it, it was just mine. So, of course, I watched it all the time. Okay. So that sound is just burned into my mind. Here we go. G flat major, scale degree 6, E flat minor, E flat harmonic minor, raise the 7th scale degree from subtonic to leading tone. Da, da. More flats. C flat major, A flat minor. But if I raise, then it's A flat harmonic minor. Okay, let's try some sharps. One sharp, F sharp, that's leading tone. Go up a half step, G major, E minor, E harmonic minor. Two sharps, D major, B minor, B harmonic minor. Three sharps, A major, F sharp, minor, F sharp harmonic minor. Notice it has E flat. Remember, every note, every letter must be represented for these minor and major scales. E major, C sharp minor, so good, so good. C sharp harmonic minor. Again, it has that extra distance between scale degree 6 and scale degree 7. B major, G sharp minor, G sharp harmonic minor. The little X is a double sharp. It's F, but it has a regular sharp in the key signature, and it has to be sharped again to be the correct interval from the other notes in the scale, but it has to still be letter F. That's why we give it a double sharp. Double sharp. F sharp major, D sharp minor, sorry, D sharp harmonic minor has a C double sharp. C sharp major, A sharp minor, A sharp harmonic minor. Okay, so those are, and I guess I should do the 0. C major, A minor, A harmonic minor. Okay, that is what the leading tone looks like and sounds like. The way to figure out what it feels like is to play minor scales. And I guess we should do that another time. But that's leading tone, and it's harmonic minor scale. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Bye for now.